Here's that California haul that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to film. I did film that one haul video while I was down in Southern California, but I hadn't gone to the makeup show yet, and I hadn't hooked up with Trisha from A Glittery Life here on YouTube, which I'll link her channel down below. So we hooked up on 2 days and did a little damage at some pretty fun places, but I had a total blast with Trisha. She's good people, man. So I'll leave her channel down below so you guys can check her out. She's just good people. I had a ton of fun. But I'm gonna start out the haul with a few things that I picked up before I went and met Trisha down at the Nars Boutique on Melrose, and then I'll jump into like kind of how the stuff I got at Nars, and then onward to Naimies and Nigels. And then I went to Morphe brushes, and then also on that Saturday we went to the makeup show together, which was, I had to felt like I needed to pinch myself that I was actually there. It was pretty cool though. So let me dive into a couple of the randoms that I had purchased before I hooked up with Trisha. I had mentioned the Lancome Cernus waterproof long-lasting under-eye concealer in my last haul video, and I had purchased the shade Porcelain, and the shade that I needed was Ivoire. My buddy Rachel had raved about this from Makeup Never Sleeps so much that I knew I had to find it in my right shade. So I literally went to probably 10 Lancome counters in the Southern California area. Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom and Macy's both looked it up in their system, and they were out of Ivoire, like in the whole area, all of Southern California. And I finally found it at a Bloomingdale's, and they had 2 left. So I got the shade 100 Ivoire, and it is an awesome concealer. I'm like totally obsessed. I gave a sample of it to my mom too, and she just loves it. So it's what I have on my eyes today, and it's some good stuff. It doesn't crease. It's not like drying. It's not thick. It's good stuff. So let me show you guys what Ivoire is, the lightest shade that they make. So this is 100 Ivoire right here. It could be, you know, a slightly more pink for me, but it totally works. And then I went into a Sephora. I believe it was a mall at Westfield, and I had met a gal at the Macy's there, which was cool. But I picked up a couple things at the Sephora at the Westfield Mall, and one of them is the Perricone MD No Makeup Skincare No Bronzer SPF 30. And I bought this to mix in with my BB cream because I love my Dr. Jart BB cream, but I was kind of tanning myself. It was warm down there. It was like 80s, 90s the whole time that I was down there. I was melting. Well, it felt like I was melting anyway, but my BB cream was really, really light, and I was kind of bronzing up the parts of my bodies that were exposed, I guess. So I bought this to mix in with my BB cream, and it's what I wore to the makeup show, and I wore it pretty much the whole time after I purchased it down there, and it worked really great for it. It just added a nice amount of warmth to my BB cream. So I'll just show you guys what it looks like here, and it's got the SPF 30, so that's good. A slightly, you know, runny product there, but you could also use it with a synthetic brush, you know, in addition to, instead of darkening up a product. But I think it's kind of a multitasker type of product, and I like it. I also thought I would give one of the Nude Sticks concealers a go. This was before I found the Lancome Ivoire, because I was on the hunt. I purchased this Nude Sticks concealer pencil in the shade Light 1, which is, it's really light, and it's got a pink tinge to it, which is perfect. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the texture yet. It doesn't blend quite as seamlessly as like the Lancome, but I definitely need to play with it a little bit more. And they come with a little tin like so. I'm sure you guys have seen these. And then a sharpener in there, but the one I got is the lightest one they make, and it's light number 1. So that is what it looks like. Great pigmentation though, like it's got some good covering abilities. But when I was down there, I brought my little Conair mirror or whatever, but the lighting in the hotels is so dark and like yellow. It's just not the same like putting my makeup on there as it is like in front of my brighter lights, I guess, at home. So I was like, I need to try this when I'm at home and I can really see good, because I can't see very well anyway. And then also at the Westfield Sephora, they had the new Lancome Shine Lovers, and I saw these at a different Sephora earlier, and they didn't have these 2 shades, but they had the testers out, and I really wanted these 2 colors. I don't know if they're Sephora exclusives or not. I want to say that they had a little Sephora exclusive printing by the display of these two shades, but I picked up two of them. One is in 310 Dare to Pink, and the packaging is white, like so, and this one is 310, and it looks like that. And I really like these. They feel really nice on the lips. They're like one of those glossy type of balm things, but they have some nice color to them. So this one is 310, and then the other shade that I got, which I do believe that, I think that both of these are Sephora exclusives. This one is 316 Eclat de Rose, and this one's really pretty. It looks like that. We'll swatch it right here. I haven't worn this one yet, but the color is so pretty. So 310 right here, and then 316 right there. They're like shiny. They feel really nice on the lips because I did wear 310 quite a bit. I was totally going to pass on this. I had purchased two of the My Lady blushes last year, and I was like, I don't need it, I don't need it. And then I was walking in Nordstrom right by the counter, and they had this sitting out right in front of me to see in the flesh. So I went ahead and I bought it. I didn't do too bad in like Nordstrom's and like in the stores and stuff like that, because I was saving myself for the makeup show. So anyway, this is 007 My Lady Palette Blush, and this does come in a nice little pouch with one of those mini kabukis, but the packaging in this is really heavy, substantial packaging, and this is the color right here. I haven't even swatched this yet, so this is what it's going to look like. Oh, this here, if memory serves me correctly, because I haven't reached for my other My Ladies in a while, this feels a lot softer than the other two that I have from last year. That is a pretty coral shade. So that's the 007 My Lady blush from Dior, and I got it at Nordstrom. I think I got this one at Nordstrom in Santa Monica. Yeah. And then when I was going around with Trisha, I was like just in admiration of her skin. It looked flawless, but like you couldn't see like makeup on her skin, but she had makeup on. So I had to ask her, you know, what do you have on? She had the Cover FX drops on, which I'm going to get those during the sale. And then she had this powder on, which I've swatched several times when I've been in Sephora, and I always thought it looked too like illuminating, or like it had too much shine to it, because it's got quite a bit of mica in it. So I thought, no way could I set my whole face with this. It's gorgeous. For dry skin especially, it's not too drying because I have the dry skins. So when I set my BB cream with it, it doesn't make other powder products that I put over it go patchy, because it's not really drying. It's got like some really good ingredients in it. It says on the box, clinically tested paraben, fragrance, gluten, mineral oil, and talc-free, vegan, illuminating loose setting powder with light reflecting particles for a soft, healthy glow, rich in antioxidants known to soothe and reduce redness, which is right up my alley. So anyway, I purchased this in the shade Light, and it's the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder. And here, let's see here. This is what it looks like right here. I do have it on everywhere but the T-zone on my face, because I did feel like as hours go on throughout the day, it's a little bit too illuminating for the T-zone area, but it's perfect for the outer perimeter or drier parts of my face, and I really love it. That is what it looks like right there. You can see it's got, you know, luminosity to it, and like I said, it's what I have setting my BB cream on the outer perimeter of my face, so I really like it. After I was at the Westfield Mall, I went down to the Nars Boutique on Melrose because Trisha was working that day, and met up with her, and she showed me all around the boutique, and it's like set up kind of like a museum almost style. It's like, it was really cool. It was a cool experience. I was like so excited about being in the store, I kind of forgot a little bit to look at the products and what kind of things I might want while I was in there. So but I did pick up some things, and then after I left I was like, oh, I should have got this and this and this. But anyway, these are the things that I did pick up at the boutique. This first one, Trisha recommended it to me, and I absolutely love it. It is the Nars Manoi Body Glow 2. So this is the one that doesn't have the sparkles in it. I had used this after I had purchased it every day since I'd gotten it, and it smells like beach in a bottle. It's really awesome. But I was using it every night before I went to bed to prep my legs for, you know, putting some fake tanner on the next day when I was going to wear some shorts, because it was so warm down there, from like coming from North Dakota, you know, to down there. It was just like, I was roasting. But this is some great stuff, and I love it so much that when I was at the show, then I went into the Nars line and I picked up one of these for my mom as well for taking care of the critters while I was gone. But it's just a really nice oil. This is like a product. I'm always looking at the makeup when I'm looking at Nars. I never like thought to look at something like this. And it's really awesome. It smells good. I put it on my arms and my legs mostly, and it's nice. I also picked up another of the velvet lip liners in El Agua because I really like this. I like the formula of these lip liners, and I love the color as well. So that is El Agua right there. And then if you purchase 3 of the Nars Audacious lipsticks in the boutique, you got this like really cute little box to put them in. It's got a little mirror in there and stuff. So I did purchase 3 of the Audacious lipsticks that I didn't already have, and it, you know, comes in this cute little box. I haven't even used these yet because I do know that I like the Nars Audacious formula, but I haven't used these yet. They've been sitting in this box waiting for this haul. So the 3 shades that I got were Bridget, which is a pretty nude shade right here. And then I got Vanessa, which I'm lucky that I didn't get duplicates. I think I have 5 of them, and I wasn't 100% sure which ones because I didn't bring any with me down there. But I looked out and I did good. I didn't get any duplicates. So that one's Vanessa right there. And then the other one that I got is in the shade Natalie, which is beautiful. This is going to be a pretty color right here. Because, yeah, so we got Natalie, Vanessa, and this one is Bridget right there. The Nars Boutique and also the Nars website carries 10 of the exclusive shades. I think that 2 of these may be from that 10 shade. I can't remember for sure, but those are the 3 that I picked up, and I got the cute little box, which was awesome. And then the last thing that I got at the Nars Boutique is the number 23 Wet Dry Blush Brush. This is the brush that they're selling in conjunction with the new dual intensity blushes that came out. And at first I was just not about it because I've never been impressed with Nars's brushes, but I got to see this one in the flesh, and it's actually a synthetic brush that's really soft and really, really dense. Now I haven't used it with the dual intensity brush or blushes just yet, but I did in the store wet, and it does do a good job. Like, I mean, there's plenty of brushes you can use with those. You don't have to use this brush, but I liked how dense, and it's actually a really soft synthetic brush. So it's quite dense, but it still has some give right there. So this is actually the first Nars brush I've ever purchased. So that was the damage I did at the Nars boutique, and then after that we went to Earth Cafe and ate. I had one of the best sandwiches ever. It was so good. And then the next day, Trisha was busy, and so we hooked up then on Thursday or Friday, geez, Thursday, I think it was. And we went to, the first place that we went to was Sweet Salt, which I ate a macaroon there and another amazing sandwich. And then we went over to Naimies, which was just like, OMG, makeup heaven. So these are the items I got at Naimies. First up here is another nude sticks item. For some reason, while I was down there, my mascara was just flaking off everywhere, is what it seemed like. So Trisha recommended this here. This is the Nude Sticks Lash Lengthening Mascara, and this is what I wore at the show then and for the every day afterwards, and it didn't flake, so that was good. It didn't give me a mega ton of length and volume, but it did do a good job of defining the lashes, and it didn't flake or smudge on me, so that's good. This is what the brush looks like right here, and it's a really black mascara. And then I also bought the Stila Stay All Day brow gel and brush in the shade Blonde. And I've been curious about this. I almost ordered it off of Ulta before I went down there. I was trying to behave myself, you know, because I was heading down there. So I got this at Naimies, and the brush is kind of interesting. You can see it's kind of got an angle. Well, it's angled, but it's kind of a concave angle, if that makes any sense. It does a nice job. It's pretty stiff. And then the other end has got a spoolie. And the color of this is really nice as well. And it's not too slick where it's hard to work with. I feel like this gel actually grabs onto the brow hairs really well. I definitely need to play with it more. The only thing that I kind of don't like about it is you really have to squeeze it to get it out of the tube here, and then you know what, if you're really squeezing trying to get it out, sometimes you might get a little bit too much out. Like, I'm trying to get it out right now. Okay, there it is right there, and it's got one of those little wells so you can kind of work off the tip of the tube with the product, which I think is quite nice. But I'm gonna put it on my skin so you guys can see the color a little bit better here. That is the color. It's not too like orangey or nothing. It's a nice color for blondes. Also at Stila, I bought the Pretty in Pink blush. And I had almost ordered this, I think on Nordstrom once and almost on Stila once too. Because it's one of those really like baby pink type of colors. And here they had it at Naimies, so that's where I purchased it. It had a really pretty sparkle over it, but I used it so it doesn't anymore. I'm just going to swirl them. Or here, let's go like this. Right there. So it's just a light pink color that's right up my alley. So it is the Pretty in Pink blush from Stila. They also have this new brand, I believe it's out of Brazil, called Hot Cosmetics, and I bought 3 shadows from them. I also bought this glittery Z palette at Naimies, which it's awesome. Glitter, silver glitter Z palette. But the 3 shadows that I bought from the Hotline were these 3 right here. The white one is called LE15 Take a Photo. The blue one here is called LE07 Glory Bound. And then the green one is called LE35 Jump Around. But these here really, really remind me of the Makeup Forever Artist shadows. But they don't ball up or chunk up like some of the Makeup Forever shadows do. These are crazy. These are like super, super beautiful colors. I wish I would have got some more, but I was in that mindset where there was just, you know, so much to look at. But aren't those beautiful? So those are all the things that I picked up at Naimies, I think. I feel like I'm probably going to forget an item here or there from each place, but I think I got the majority here. So anyway, after that we went over to Nigels, which was also fabulous. Nigels sells Vizart. So right away I was like, ah. And I saw a palette that I knew was an older edition that they no longer make. And I had seen it online a couple times and wished for it. I think the only place that sold it was someplace in Australia. But they had a couple of these at the Nigels store in California there. This is the 03 eyeshadow palette, and this is the older style packaging, and then all of the shades in here are like a satin or a shimmer finish to them. So this is the old number 3. If you're interested in it, I'm pretty sure I saw a whole stack of these at that Nigels store. But oh, you guys know my love of Vizart shadows. So there's just a couple swatches there, but this is what this one looks like. I also picked up a purple beauty blender because it was fun. And then they had these little beauty blenders. It was in the shape of a heart, and it said BBF on there. I think it might have said Beauty Best Friends or something. The other half is gone because I wanted to get something for Trisha, so I gave her the other half to my little beauty blender heart, and there was 2 beauty blenders in there. So, and then I picked up 2 of the extra large Z palettes at Nigels as well. The other one is full of some Morphe shadows that I'll show you also in a minute. Oh, I see this hot makeup lipstick. I also got this at Naimies. I want to show you guys the color. The color's, it's so pretty. It's in the shade Happy Thoughts RCL 46. Look at that color. It's like right up my alley, right? These are really, really pigmented. And they're glossy. They feel nice on the lips. I've worn this a couple times already. Should I put some on? Let's put a little bit on. It's just a really pretty shade. So that is Happy Thoughts that I got from the Hot Makeup collection at Naimies. Then after Nigels, we went to Morphe brushes. I've almost ordered from their website a couple times now. I was going to place an order for, I got a hair here, for some brushes, and then also I wanted the Jaclyn Hill palette, and that was just this big fiasco. I tried the site for, I don't know, it was like 3 days in a row, and I just couldn't get one, so I didn't end up getting one. But it was nice to be able to see all their brushes and stuff like that. They're nice synthetics. The closest thing that they remind me of are the Real Techniques brushes. That's like what the bristles of these remind me of. Closest to is Real Techniques. So I picked up how many? I got 6 brushes here. This first one is a G17 brush. It's just a fluffy synthetic. And then for some reason I decided I needed 2 double-ended brow brushes. This first one is the S25. It's got a bigger spoolie on one end and then an angle on this side. And then the other one is the B74, also with a spoolie. And then this is the end. And then I got like this fluffy flat shader. This is a G14 brush right here. And there is the MB25, which this one looks dirty, but it's not. The bristles are actually dyed like black on the end. That's just what they look like. So that's a just another type of blending brush, MB25. And then this last one is a B38 brush, one of the Badger, I think, brushes. So those are the brushes that I picked up from Morphe. They're nice. Again, they remind me mostly of Real Techniques brushes. Also at Morphe, I picked up one of the gel liners, and this is in the shade Slate. Right here, it is a black gel liner. It is really, really black. And my latest favorite thing to do is mix gel liners with Duraline, Inglot Duraline. And it works awesome. So black, so creamy, so smooth, like awesomeness. So this is Slate. It's black, really, really black from Morphe. They also had this line of lip liners. It says Italia or something like that on the handles here. So I picked up these 2 lip liners at Morphe Brush. This one here is soft pink. Because like Morphe Brushes is one of those companies where if you wanted to sell like your own, they'll put your brand on their stuff type of a situation. So I feel like I've seen pencils like this with different branding on them in other places, but the colors of these are really pretty anyway. So that one is soft pink and the other one is lilac. So this one is a lilac right here, and I'm yet to use these, so I can't speak on the quality, but they swatch pretty nice. And then I went over to the single shadows. I was going to buy one pre-made eyeshadow palette, but from what I had heard and what I was told was the singles far surpass the pre-made palette. So I went over to the singles and they give you like a sheet and you check which colors you want. And I picked 35 colors. They're only $2 a piece, but I picked 35 of them and only 34 fit in an extra large Z palette. So that's what this other shadow in this silver palette here up in the corner was, my lonely Morphe shadow that didn't fit in this bigger one right here. But these are the shades that I got. I'm not going to swatch all of them. I'll just show you that they're 34 fit in an extra large Z palette, and then I'll swatch a couple of them. I wore these to the makeup show. I'd worn a look with them the day before and I really liked it, so instead of fussing around or trying something new or different, I just went with the same look that I wore the day before. And what did I put on? I think I wore this guy over here on the lid and some of these purples through the crease and stuff or whatever, but they're really nice eyeshadows. I mean, and you really can't beat the quality for $2. They're really great. I didn't get any patchiness. I've used these probably, I'd say 5 or 6 times so far, and I haven't had any troubles with them. I will say though that they do have that real talky makeup smell to them. Like they smell like a talky, cheaper eyeshadow. That's just the smell. That doesn't mean anything about performance. But let me just swatch a couple of these for you guys. The mattes didn't go patchy on me. I was really impressed with them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So here's a couple of them. Maybe, I don't know, if enough of you guys want to see like a whole video look, swatch something or another, let me know down below and maybe I can do that, because I did pick up 35 of the shades. But I kind of feel like there's tons of videos on these shadows already, so I don't know. I kind of want to get a pre-made one. I might jump on the wagon because the Jaclyn Hill palette, I guess, is coming back out in April. Try to get that so I can maybe compare the singles to that palette and just see, you know. The next things I'm going to show you are from the makeup show, and Trisha cruised over and picked me up at the hotel, and we went pretty early in the morning, and it was just like makeup heaven, plus, you know, the discounts, and it was It was awesome. It was a total blast. We were there from I think 9 in the morning till I want to say 4 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock that afternoon. And then my boyfriend swung through and picked me up and we just blasted off for home from there, which it was all fun. But let's get into the products. Two of the things that I was so excited about are the new Vizart palettes. I beelined it to Muse Beauty Pro first because I knew that they had this palette, and this is the new 04 Dark Mattes palette with the new packaging, and these are the colors. Ooh, somebody had asked me to compare this to the older one, which let me grab it. So the top one is the old 04 Mattes palette, and the bottom one is the new 04 Dark Mattes. Now, from using the new one, I can tell you that I do miss like this white shade up here, or even like a lighter cream, because that white shade that's in the top palette, it comes in really handy with mixing with the other shades. But regardless, they're great. I did a swatch fest of Vizart palettes too, which I'll link that video down below if you're interested. But I'm just going to swatch a couple of these. I have used it. Performs amazing, just like all of my Vizart palettes do. I love them. They're beautiful, beautiful. These are mattes where I just don't have to worry about the performance of them on. They don't go patchy on me. They build, they blend, they mix nicely together. I can't say enough good things about them. So that's the 04 Dark Mattes. And then they didn't have at Muse Beauty Pro the 07 Cool Mattes palette, which is also a new palette from Vizart. And I was just like, my heart just sank because I was like, what? I went over to Friends Beauty Supply and they had the Cool Mattes palette. So right then and there, my makeup show shopping experience was complete after I was able to get this guy. I was just dying to get my hands on this. So this is the 07 Cool Mattes palette. And this is what I have on my eyes today. I have got a different green, Giorgio Armani green shadow on the lid, but everything above the lid is this here, and I've used this a couple times so far, and it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful, cool palette. So Friends Beauty Supply is where I got this one, and then the Dark Mattes I got at Muse Beauty Pro. So let's swatch a couple of these guys. They're really beautiful colors. Right over. Whoa! There. So again, I've used both the palettes and they both perform awesome, just as I had expected them to. Everything was just all good in the neighborhood after I got the Vizart palette. But the next most exciting booth for me was the Hakuhodo booth. And I swear, like, I was standing there for I don't know how long. Trisha like had to say, come on, there's more booths, you know. But I picked up 4 brushes there. I was almost slightly overwhelmed because there were so many, but it was really nice to be able to see the brushes in person because I've only ever ordered online. Surprisingly, I only picked up 4 of them. 2 of them I know I absolutely love, and the other 2 I'm a little iffy with, which this first one here is the Hakuhodo Pro Series 3-0PH. The H on there means it's hard. I've used this, it's a liner brush. These Pro Series liner brushes are hands down the best liner brushes I have ever used, and I have bought several. I've been using this nonstop since I've purchased it. So this is what it looks like right there. It's beyond fabulous. The H means it's got a little bit more structure to it. It's hard. They have them in the soft version too, but I prefer this one. It still has nice give to it or whatever, but it's awesome for liner, winged liner especially. And then I got this next one for, in my mind I wanted to use it for concealer because it's like a mini version of the Goss #1 foundation brush. His white duo, it's a duo brush where the shorter hairs are goat and the longer ones are synthetic. So it's like a mini one of those. This is the it's the J122R brush, and that's what I've tried it for concealer. I'm not sure how I feel about it just yet about concealer, but I do think it would make a nice eye brush if it doesn't work out for concealer for me. But it's a nice tiny, like a mini Goss #1 foundation brush. So that's the J122R brush. This next one is the J511 brush. It's the cutest little angled brush ever. I've been using this for highlighter every day since I got it back home. It fits really nicely into the wells of the Nars Dual Intensity blushes as well. But it just puts highlight on super nice, and this is a goat brush right here. And then the last one I got from Hakuhodo is the J104. I like this brush. I like the way it's shaped. I like that it's like a large all over powder brush. I've been using it for finishing powder, buffing like a finishing powder all over the face after everything else is on, to kind of pull it all together. And the thing is, I thought it had stopped shedding 2 days ago, but it was just that one day since I've used it for a week and a half now that it hasn't shed. Otherwise it's shed every single day. I'm like, you're gonna be bald if you keep it up at this rate, brush. So that's the only, you know, thing about it. And it's not like shedding little tiny pieces because the hair quality is great. It's something in the ferrule isn't, you know, it's not securing all of the brushes. And I know that, you know, the natural hair brushes or like these type of brushes have a tendency to shed, and I have had ones shed in the past, but not this much. So, you know, I don't know if it's just this particular brush, like, I mean the actual make of this particular one or what, but it's shedding far too much. I love the brush, but it needs to stop shedding soon or I'm just going to be kind of upset because this was not cheap. And it's a super soft goat brush, great for finishing powder. So anyway, that's the J104. And then Sephora had a booth there, which was pretty cool, and they mainly had they had I think all of the pro brushes there, Sephora brand brushes, and they completely revamped and reformulated all of the Sephora brand blushes, and so I picked up some of those as well. But I did pick up this brush, which is a new brush to Sephora, and it's the Pro Contour Highlight brush number 80, and it's a dual fiber. And the main reason that I got this, I got two of them, this is the clean one, was for concealer, and it does do a really nice job of concealer. It's a synthetic, and it fits, for me, it fits nicely in this inner part of my eye right here. So I have been enjoying it for that, but it says it's for contour and highlight. Granted, you can use it for whatever, but I do like it. It's the number 80. And I want to say that everything at the Sephora booth was 20% off that day, which was awesome. So I got those two brushes, and then I also picked up 5 of the new blushes. It was awesome because you could like swatch them and everything. So I'll show you the colors that I got here. This first one is Sweet on You number 5, and I've worn 2 of these so far, and they're pretty nice, and they're relatively inexpensive as well. So Sweet on You number 5, which I think all of these are kind of matte as well. So that one is Sweet on You right there. This next one is So Shy number 2, which is a really pretty like a baby pink type of a color right there, which I love it. I love that color. This one here is number 3, Can't Stop Smiling. It's a pretty peachy shade right there. Like, it's like a cantaloupe type of a color, I think. This next one is just right up my alley. It's number 14, Over the Moon. It's like a lilac pink color. And these two, like when you swatch them and stuff, they're not too soft or like a ton of powders being kicked up, which I think is quite nice. Oh, I love it. So that's number 14, Over the Moon. These type of colors right here are just, I should have it on right now. And then the last one I got is number 18, True Kiss, which this one is also a really pretty like baby doll type of pink color. It's really, really pretty. I'm such a sucker for these type of shades. Can you, oh, is it showing up? Oh my gosh, it's way light. This is a fair-skinned one, I believe. I think that purple, though, which one is it called? I think the Over the Moon would look so pretty on a deeper skin tone. I just like that, that look. But, there it is right there. It's like, this is like that angelic pink color that I swear I have a million blushes that I try to buy that I wish were like that color on my skin. But anyway, that's True Kiss number 18. So those are the things that I got at the Sephora booth. And then at the Pure Minerals booth, they had the new Secret Crush palette. I had only seen this online at Ulta, and it's Pure Minerals' newest palette. They came out with a matte palette that's got like burgundies in it as well, which is a really nice, I think it's a really nice palette. I actually bought that one for my mom at the booth as well. for watching the critters, so she got the Nars and the other palette that's like the matte with the burgundies in it. But this one here is the new one, and it is called the, what did I say, Secret Crush palette. And we've got 3 mattes in here, and it looks to be like 4 shimmers. And then this matte right here is one. This one's like one of those mattes with the sparkles in it that probably won't adhere. But I haven't used this palette just yet. I just know that I'm having a hard time holding this up, that I like the other one. So, and it does come with a little eyeshadow brush, which is quite nice actually. A little fluffy synthetic. So let me swatch a couple of these here. Somebody's trying to break in my door, probably my cat. Ooh, those look like they're going to be some pretty summer colors right there. Oh my gosh. Those are so pretty. I haven't touched this palette, you guys, since I've been back. It's been in the haul pile. Those are beautiful. Let's do the mattes. Ooh, the mattes feel nice too. There's 2 of the mattes. Here's another one. So pretty. Those are nice. Oh, I'm happy about that. So that's the Secret Crush palette. And then the last thing I got is the Pure Minerals Afterglow Illuminating Powder. I was able to swatch this there, and it looked like it was going to work out for my skin tone. So this is it right there. And again, I have not used this yet because it's been in a pile. Now that I look at it right now, it might be too dark. I sure hope not. If it is, Mama's going to get it. But anyway, that's that one right there. I think it might work. I think if I bronze up with the Perricone No Bronzer Bronzer, this might actually look pretty with that. So that is the Afterglow Illuminating Powder. So that's all my damage. That's all. I also got to meet the Beautylish team, who they're awesome as well. Trisha's awesome. I had such a blast. I met a couple of you guys down there, so hi if you're watching. That was super awesome as well. It was tons of fun. It was just like makeup heaven. Totally worth, you know, stringing out the vacation another week to attend the makeup show. It was tons of fun. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.